welcome to another edition of the Wilhelm Screeners podcast. Today I'm joined by Sam the teacher.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing well. How you doing?
I'm doing good. We both got a couple beers in us, so
Couple beers, a little bit of Sonics in us. Just watched a good movie.
we'll talk about that movie in a little bit.
Well,
But before we do, let's get a little breakdown of what this episode is. So today, December 27th, 28th?
today's the 27th.
So 2016 is almost over. A few more days. So we thought, we love movies. Let's just talk about this full year. This isn't by no means a 2017 list of movies, but there's still a lot of good movies that came out of nowhere. So we're going to talk about the good, the bad, what we didn't see, and some other stuff. But first, let's talk about the good movies, our favorites. No particular order, but I think we should talk about what we just saw. I don't know if it's on your top, but definitely it might be my favorite movie of the year. We're talking about Sing Street.
Sing Street.
What'd you think of it?
Oh man, you know it was kind of a movie. You had told me about it a few months ago, and I just took a while to even put it on my queue. And when I had mentioned to you that I still hadn't seen it, you're like, dude, we gotta watch it. So I was like, all right, let's just fucking watch it. And you know what? I was pleasantly surprised. It was actually a really, really good movie.
See, that's what I was scared of. Like, I keep telling all my friends, watch Sing Street. Just watch it. And I feel like by me overhyping it, they're not going to like it.
Yeah,
but you still did.
No, I really enjoyed it. And I think part of it comes with my enjoyment from, 80s music and things, coming of age sort of things like that. And I feel as though Sing Street was that movie and more. It was just a really well-made movie, well-crafted, And I do think it flew under the radar quite a bit because not a lot of people have heard about it.
Yeah. So basically, if you haven't heard of this movie, it's about this kid. He gets taken to a new a new all-boys school in Dublin, Ireland in the 1980s. And
85.
Yeah, 1985, 96. They're not really sure. It's after Back to the Future. We know that.
Yeah.
But basically, everyone there is an asshole. They're bullies. There's a couple nerds like him. He's not really a nerd, but he's an outcast.
Kids smoking.
Yeah, kids smoking, throwing dead rats at him. And then he sees this girl. But she's not just a girl. She's a model.
A model in quotes.
So he's trying to pretty much figure out the riddle of the model.
Which is a song in the movie.
Yes. But basically, he's talking to her, and then he's trying to figure out how can I get this girl, or at least get her to talk to me. So he says, I'm in a band. You're a model. You can be in my music video. Then he walks away, and he's like, oh, shit, I don't have a band.
We're going to have to start a band.
We got to start a band. And
that's how
from
the story
there, that's the
begins.
movie.
That's really good. Yeah.
The one thing that I really like about this is the kids feel real, which is mostly because they picked they picked kids that are musicians, and then they taught them how to act instead of having acting children's and taught them an instrument.
I do think that was a really good part of it, just because it did, like you said, it felt real, especially when they were playing their instruments and trying to figure out the songs. It didn't feel as though someone had just made this song elsewhere and then the kids were playing it. No, it really felt like these kids could have potentially made this music because of what they were listening to at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the inclusion of all these pop songs from the 80s not only made it more realistic in the way that you're talking about, but it gave you this nostalgia factor, and to wish that you had lived in a time where this music was going on. Because you and I were both 90s kids.
Yeah.
So we weren't necessarily, fully part of that 80s culture. But after seeing this movie, I kind of wish that I did experience that. Seeing Duran Duran on MTV or something like that. That would have been really cool,
Yeah, I really enjoy how each song is based off of the last band, which is basically, if we wanted to make a band, we would do the same thing for our kids.
Yeah.
You try not to be original, but you're taking off of other things.
The things that you like. Yeah.
And why not pick the new wave / just that good 80s music, not the hair
pop.
band,
Yeah.
the pop. But it's not like poppy that you would think of today. It's when pop was good.
Yeah, I agree.
And every kid, from the main kid, and was it the first band member, the one with the glasses and the rabbits? And
oh yeah,
he's so monotone, but
it's like
he's like, I have to study. I can't do this. I can't do this gig. Wait, will there be girls there? Okay, let's do it.
It's like the Paul McCartney to his John
Yeah.
Lennon. You know, it was his foil. It was the person who made the band with him. It was really nice.
And the short kid who plays the bass, who you pointed out looks like Rooney.
He looks like Wayne Rooney.
Yes.
Yeah, for those of you soccer fans.
But I feel like he's almost on both sides. He's not a bully. He gets bullied, but he's like pissed off and
Yeah.
talking back and stuff. But he's hilarious too with his fangs and cowboy
Yeah,
costume.
that was a good one. No, I really enjoyed this movie. And honestly, it's in my top movies of the year just from that one viewing, and I can't wait to see it again. To be honest, I'm gonna show my girlfriend this movie.
Yes, it's. I mean, this I think came out in April,
Wow, really?
March. So it's
Was it
it's
even released in the
it
United
was
States?
limited.
Okay.
I didn't see it until my friend Paul introduced me to it, and
I hadn't even heard of it, to be
after
honest.
that, I think I've watched. This is my 6th time watching it now. I love this movie. The soundtrack, both the original score and all of the 80s music is great. But I think my favorite part is besides the comedy, it's really there's a lot of drama in this,
Yeah.
especially around the brother, who I
And
think
the family, you
the
know,
f-
the
yeah.
whole divorce going on. And, well, we don't want to spoil too much, but there's basically, you know, the parents aren't doing too hot, and it's
Mhm.
affecting the children, and the brother didn't live the life that he wanted to live, and yeah.
I feel like if the brother was in this movie more, and this movie was a little bit not bigger budget, but was out there more, I think he can get a nomination, at least a nod, because there's this one scene
Yeah.
at the end where he's talking about how you used to be a jet engine and now his little brother's taken over.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that is a scene like to Mark Ruffalo in Spotlight where he's like, they're children.
Yeah, yeah,
It's that thing.
yeah. You know what?
whenever
I'll agree.
whenever I watch it, I get like chills, and
It was nice. And honestly, you pointed out that this actor was from the last Transformers movie.
he was the older boyfriend who pulled out the card saying, "Oh, the Romeo and Juliet clause," or whatever the fuck that was. Just Michael Bay being a
I
perv.
did not recognize him, and he seemed like a really good actor. And I'm hoping that he gets some other roles, more dramatic roles off of this role in Sing Street.
I think he will get the most roles out of everyone because the rest are like they're still kids, and that's the hard road. But
Rafinha, you know.
enough about Sing Street. We could talk all day about this movie.
Yes, we can.
But if you haven't seen it,
Go watch it.
use your Netflix,
It's on
or your
Netflix, yeah.
friends or your aunts or whoever's Netflix you're using to watch this movie. What's your next movie we'll talk about?
Come on, you already know what I'm going to talk about right now. It's this movie, the most recent movie I watched besides Sing Street.
Suicide
And-
Squad?
Oh, let's not talk about that one. That's worse movies over here. But I really want to talk about La La Land. La La Land is by far my favorite movie of the year. It is number 1 of 2016 and my pick for the Best Picture in the Oscars.
I can see it's going to get some Oscars. We know that. Definitely it's going to get at least, I would say, 6 nominations.
Well,
For
let's see. I do think it's gonna get a nomination for Best Director. That's a lock. Best Picture. That's 2. I would say editing, cinematography, music, score,
Art design, maybe?
yeah, maybe art design. Yeah. And I would even say that Emma Stone will be nominated for Best Actress.
I don't think she deserves it, but she definitely will be.
I don't think Ryan Gosling will get nominated.
Is
but
Emma Stone the new Jennifer Lawrence, where every year she gets nominated for something?
No.
But we don't hate Emma Stone. We hate Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah.
Or at least I do.
I don't like. Jennifer Lawrence is kind of hot, but
That's nothing.
Emma Stone. I've liked Emma Stone since Superbad, since she did Zombieland, since she did, what was that movie was called?
Birdman?
No. The one where she was
Easy A?
Yeah, Easy A. That one's really
I
good.
haven't seen that, so.
That one, you haven't seen that?
No.
You should watch it, dude. I feel as though she has this really, uncharacteristically pretty look. She has like this
Yes.
weird face, but it works for her.
Her eyes are big, but she's not. No, I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
It's just she's different.
No,
which-
definitely. And you had commented that when you watched the movie, you kind of wish that she had let go a little more on her
Yeah.
singing because she was a little more subdued for the entire movie besides one scene. But I do feel as though she had a really good voice. And
she did.
Her voice definitely carried the movie for me. Because Ryan Gosling, as handsome and as good of an actor as he is, cannot sing. But that was not a detriment to this movie.
No.
This movie was much more than the music that was in it. And the music was fantastic. Okay, the direction was incredible. There were scenes here.
Can you sing a song right now? At least hum something? Okay. Just putting you on the spot.
Have to do it. Come on. But I just want to talk really quickly about Damien Chazelle, the director of La La Land, who I feel is going to be the next big director in Hollywood. You may know him from Whiplash. Whiplash was one of my favorite movies of 2014.
Not my tempo.
And he did some rewrites. He was actually a screenwriter for hire when he was trying to pay the bills when he was writing La La Land and writing Whiplash. He did some rewrites for 10 Cloverfield Lane. Some other, I think it was like The Last Exorcism of Emily Rose. He did some like rewrites of that. But now that he's getting some critical, some acclaim, he's gonna be able to do whatever the fuck he wants. And I am very excited to see what this guy's going to do. Because just based off his first two films, sky's the limit. The sky is the limit with this guy. And you watch Damien Chazelle. He's going to be one of the greats. That's just my opinion.
No, I agree. Like, this movie, I've made a pre-top 10. It just jumped out of it. I really love this movie. It's definitely not a movie for everyone. This is a movie for movie lovers.
Yes.
Or people who just like musicals.
And by the way, I hate musicals. I am not one to like musicals. I haven't seen Sweeney Todd. I don't like Chicago. I don't like any of those movies. And I just refuse to watch them. But for some reason, watching this film, dude, I was just in awe the entire time. I was smiling. I was on borderline tears. I was sad. I really felt for these characters, and it was just, man, I can't say more. It's just a beautiful film, man. The pictures that it gave us, the cinematography, the colors, it was just amazing.
I think it's because it's so honoring the classics, which is why we like this movie, and why definitely the Oscars and the Academy love this movie.
Yeah. Look at The Artist. The Artist was about.
I mean,
movies.
There's things of like Casablanca in the back and stuff. But it feels like one of those movies. It's definitely. I think when I saw it, it was me and two of the people who were about our age, within give or take 6 years. Everyone else, they were 50 years or older, because they love the old classic movies like that. And people clapped at the end of it, even though it was maybe there was 30 people in the theater. They still clapped. This movie definitely. Not a mainstream movie, but it's gonna win a buttfuck of awards, and it's gonna be big. You're gonna see it on Blu-ray stores everywhere.
Oh yeah, I'm buying that first day.
It's a good movie. I feel like, for me, the music was good, but in the beginning it was like I didn't like that song. The next song was like okay, but every song got better and better, better.
Yeah.
There's an audition song, which is Emma Stone. I'm not sure if that's the one they're putting out for the Oscars.
That's probably what it is. I would do that. That scene, even the direction of that scene. Did you realize it was one shot? You'll notice there's a lot of one shots, and I fucking love one shots.
Yeah.
From Goodfellas to fucking Children of Men. One shot scenes, the fucking dolly shots. Tracking. Ugh. That's how you win me over. And when you have a director who can do shit like that in a musical, come on,
It's a good movie.
What'd you think of the chemistry? What'd you think of the chemistry between Stone and Gosling?
You can have the most shittiest actress. If Ryan Gosling is the male counterpart, you're gonna have good chemistry.
Do you know who was originally going to be playing those two characters?
Do I want to know? Just tell me.
The first one is Miles Teller and Emma Watson. Yeah, I cannot imagine those two in that movie.
See, I'm not even excited for Beauty and the Beast because I'm like, first of all, can't she sing? And second of all, I just see her as Hermione.
Hermione Granger?
And maybe because I haven't seen I mean, the only other movie I've seen that she's in is This Is the End. And
have you seen The Bling Ring?
I heard that was terrible.
Yeah, I kind of want to see that. But,
I wanted to see it, but then I saw the reviews. I was like,
all right. Anyways, La La Land, incredible movie. Even Ikaika likes it. If you have the
What do you mean,
chance,
even?
go watch it, or wait until it's on Blu-ray. Inevitably, it's gonna win a fuck ton of awards.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, go ahead and pick one movie we'll talk about.
we're going to go with my man, my Polynesian director, one of my new favorite directors, Taika Waititi,
Okay.
Hunt for the Wilder People.
I have not seen that.
Oh my
Yeah.
fucking God.
Yeah, I need to see it.
It's so good.
Tell me about it.
Okay, so basically it's about this kid, Ricky Taylor. He's an orphan. He's a bad egg, which they use egg a lot in New Zealand.
Okay.
So this takes place in New Zealand. He's a bad kid. He doesn't listen to anything. He does graffiti. He throws stuff. He burns stuff. He breaks stuff, which is directly from the script.
Okay.
Stuff like that. He gets taken away from the city to out into the bush. So in the middle of New Zealand where all the forest is and everything. So there's this loving woman who's his new foster mother. And her husband, Sam Neill, who's a grumpy old bat. He's pretty much playing Harrison Ford.
Okay.
And the kid decides to run away. And the mom's not going to go after him. So Sam Neill has to go after him.
Okay. I think they won you over with Sam Neill.
Sam Neill's amazing.
Yeah.
But this kid, he's also... I almost want to make you watch this movie right after we finish this. It's so good. And, like, do you like Taika Waititi?
Okay, you've told me about this guy, and I know he's doing the new Thor, but I have never seen anything that this guy's made.
Oh, so you haven't seen Boy?
No, I have not seen Boy.
You haven't seen What We Do in the Shadows?
No.
Oh, my God. I'm telling you, this man is a genius.
Yeah?
And this is why I'm so excited
It's
for
like
Thor.
me raving about Damien Chazelle.
You can be
This
raving
is-
about anything. You can be at a rave. This director, writer is fucking amazing.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say anything about this movie. Maybe we'll watch it tonight,
Okay,
or
maybe,
it's
yeah.
your pick. So who
Yeah.
knows? You get to pick the next movie. But this is definitely my top 3.
Okay.
It's so good.
Okay.
There's humor. There's heart. You're gonna cry. You're gonna laugh. You're gonna cry again. You're gonna laugh, and you're just gonna have a big ass smile on your face because
Alright.
it's so good.
All right. My turn?
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about... Well, since you talked about a movie I haven't seen, let's talk about The Nice Guys. You haven't seen The Nice Guys, huh?
Mm-mm.
All right, Nice Guys. Nice Guys stars Ryan Gosling and the gladiator himself, Russell Crowe.
Does he sing in this movie?
No, he does not sing in this movie, but the director is Shane Black. Do you know who Shane Black is, Ikaika?
Yes, he made Iron Man 3.
Yes, he did make Iron Man 3, but he also did the Lethal Weapon series. And this guy is known for being a very good writer in terms of buddy cop movies, which is why you have the little boy and Iron Man kind of working off each other in Iron Man 3.
Ty Simmons, who's also maybe the only good part of Jurassic World.
Oh, that's the kid from Jurassic World?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay, cool. Anyways, I think the reason why I really, really like this movie was because no one went to go see it.
Mm-hmm.
No one went to fucking go see it, and that really pisses me off. In a world where we fucking watch superhero movies every goddamn month, why can't we have an original movie come out that makes some fucking money? You know? And that upsets me because if Hollywood is getting the most money from sequels that are just rehashing the same plot with different characters, what hope do we have for the future of cinema for original content that's going to be mainstream?
It's not a problem with Hollywood. It's a problem with the people.
Yeah, I agree. But
Let's just look at the year in general. Come inauguration.
okay, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go into it. The
Yeah,
people.
Okay, United States people in general, the majority in terms of movie audience, they're not really that good.
But then again, to be honest, there wasn't as much. I don't know how big the budget was, but the promotion, besides like being on Conan and The Tonight Show,
It wasn't that big.
I didn't really see that much promotion which may hurt the movie.
For me, I love period pieces, and especially when you go down to like certain eras in the 1900s. We just watched a movie, Sing Street, that was set in the 80s. Well, this movie's set in the 70s, and it helps you feel how the 70s were, and it has 70s music and 70s clothes and all these things that happen. And it's funny, man. It's a funny buddy cop movie. Like a Lethal Weapon movie, like any fucking movie that you've seen in the past where you're just like, yeah, like just fucking badass action, badass humor, two characters that work really well off each other. One of them's stupid, one of them's kind of like straightforward. It's just a really good movie, man. And they set it up, I don't want to spoil it too much, for sequels to happen. But because this movie did not make any money, there's no way in hell that's ever going to happen. So my hope is that people just go watch The Nice Guys. The Nice Guys is just a generally funny, good movie. You will have a great time. I have yet to hear from someone who has seen The Nice Guys that says they didn't like it.
I agree with everything you're saying. I haven't even seen the movie.
Yeah.
Everyone that's seen it has pretty much said the same thing. It's a really good movie. But I think you have a little Hollywood crush on Ryan Gosling.
You know that for sure. And this is something I make known. If I could choose someone, and I like girls, you know, but if I could choose someone to be with from Hollywood, I would be with Ryan Gosling, 100%.
Which Ryan Gosling?
Oh, dude, fucking Blade Runner Ryan Gosling, fucking La La Land Ryan Gosling.
What about Drive Ryan
Oh,
Gosling?
dude, yeah, just not talking, just look at me. Hell yeah, man, come on.
He'd curb stomp people for you.
Man, I would do whatever he wanted.
Okay. I guess we'll go to our next film.
There you go. You choose.
I agree. This is probably on your top movies as well. It came out a couple weeks ago,
Okay.
but it's a story from a long, long time ago.
Oh, in a galaxy far, far away.
No crawl. Just
Rogue One. Let me just
besides the iMovie Rogue One font,
okay.
which was weird.
Let me just say, Rogue One was the most fun that I've had in the theater this year.
Yes.
Bar none. I had a blast watching this movie. And just seeing it on opening night with a bunch of Star Wars fans who were laughing and clapping and screaming, man, that environment at that theater, I came out of there just wide-eyed, grinning ear to ear, man. I was so happy with that movie and the way that they handled that. It made me flash back to when I first found out that Disney was buying Star Wars, and I was a little nervous that they were just gonna fucking make it shit.
Mm-hmm.
But Rogue One, oh, thank you, Disney. Thank you, Disney. This is the Star Wars movie that Star Wars nerds have been wanting to see for a very, very long time.
Because we didn't get that in the 2000s. For some people, we didn't get that last year.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
I love the movie.
I did too.
But it does have its flaws. So does this movie. But I feel like I haven't met anyone that didn't like this movie that was a Star Wars fan. This is a movie for Star Wars fans.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
There's so many little moments. Okay, this is what I wish. I said this on the Screen Watchers Guild podcast. This is what I wish what Jurassic World was. Instead of a nostalgia jizz fest of, hey, remember this? Hey, remember this?
Yeah.
Hey, remember this? It's, oh, look, it's right there. It's gone. 1 second.
Yeah, that's
there you
it.
go.
Blink and
You
you'll
remember
miss.
this character? Oh, you haven't seen him do this? oh, okay. I want a little bit more, but just if you don't show me that, it's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to say what it is, but if you've seen the movie,
Yeah.
you know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Now, Ikaika, would you say that Rogue One is better than Force Awakens?
I rank it higher.
I do too.
It's currently ranked number 4.
In terms of all the Star Wars movies?
It goes
Yeah, I'm
5, 4,
curious.
6, Rogue One, Force Awakens, 3, 1, 2.
5, 4, 6, Rogue One, Force Awakens, 3, 1, 2.
Mm-hmm.
So you just said, oh man. Okay, well I'm gonna say 5. 5 definitely.
Mhm.
Empire Strikes Back is my favorite. 4, you have to. It's the first one. But I don't really like Return of the Jedi.
See, there's parts that I love, and there's parts that I don't like.
I just feel like it was too tidy. You know, it was like, oh yeah, we're just gonna wrap everything up in a nice little bow. No one dies, and Luke saves the day.
Well,
okay. I mean, like,
I know what you mean though.
Harrison Ford has said in multiple interviews that he wanted to die
Mm-hmm.
in Return of the Jedi, but George Lucas wouldn't let him. That should tell you right away that George Lucas was already just looking to fucking end this shit on a really, really high note. Which I can appreciate, but at the same time, it's not really like, dude, if you have these characters going into battle and shit like that, someone's gonna fucking die. Which is why I love Rogue One. Which, if you haven't seen it, I'm not gonna spoil it, but let's just say there's a lot of death.
Yes. But if you think about A New Hope, they do say a lot of people died for these plans.
Yes.
But, okay, for me, we're not going to go too far in depth because it's so fresh.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, first act, meh.
Little slow, and it jumped a lot. It jumped a lot between planet to planet to planet. I think we went to, like, how many planets? 5 planets?
It felt like Civil War, where it's like big credit of where we're at, but it was in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't have the planet name for when they go to the lava planet for you know who.
Yeah.
Which makes no sense because they did it for every other fucking planet.
That's true. I didn't notice that. That was Mustafar, by the way, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But so the first act, it's slow,
jumpy, but it picks up.
I didn't care about, honestly, the whole movie. I didn't give a shit about the 2 main characters. Jin, meh,
and the Mexican, what's his name?
Cassian.
Yeah, I can't remember his name. Lieutenant.
He was interesting,
Captain.
but just that's another flaw. So, first act, meh. Character development, meh. Second act, okay. It's getting more real.
Yeah.
Third act, my favorite third act in the last year, for sure.
Dude, it was just a balls to the wall, man.
People who didn't even like Star Wars, they like this movie. My sister-in-law, she likes this movie. She does not like Star Wars.
It was the best action in any Star Wars movie, by far.
But it's not just it. I think also we got a new character, but it felt like someone that we knew. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about K2SO.
Oh,
he's a smart ass. He's pretty much R2D2, but you can understand him.
Yeah.
This is why I love him.
Yeah, I can see that.
And not just because that's Alan Tudyk.
Alan Tudyk, he's a very underrated actor. I'm not really necessarily underrated. He's very overlooked, and that's simply because he hasn't really had any starring roles of his own. He's always playing like this bit part. You might know him as the Steve the Pirate in Dodgeball, or if you've seen what is it? What are the big movies he's done? Oh, he was in Wreck-It Ralph. He was the main character. No, the main bad guy.
Zootopia for a little bit. He's been in a lot of. No, he was Baymax.
Oh, no shit, really?
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know, dude. Is he? No, dude.
Let me double check, but I'm pretty sure. Baymax voice.
Dude, I don't think so. I'm willing to bet you on that one.
Oh, no, it's not.
Yeah, I told you.
He was in.
No, he's in Wreck-It Ralph. He's the villain. Who's the villain's name? It's bugging me. It's like a really... I can't even think about it right now. Anyways.
Alan Tudyk.
Rogue One was definitely one of my favorites of the year. I'd probably say second behind La La Land. I don't know. I can't really think. But...
Really? It's your second?
Rogue One?
Yeah.
Second or third, yeah. It's up there.
Why was I thinking he was in Big Hero 6?
I don't know. It's funny.
What's wrong with me? He played Alistair Cray.
Okay.
Whoever that is.
Yeah,
Is that the bad guy?
I don't know.
That's a good movie, though.
Yeah.
Anyway, Rogue One.
Yes.
Go see it.
Go see it. Is it your turn or my turn?
Yours.
Okay. I want to talk about The Witch. The Witch.
Yes.
What'd you think, Ikaika?
Oh, my God.
We're whispering.
I love horror movies. So I failed this year. I said I was going to do a movie review for every day of October. And I got a little busy / lazy / got stuck on YouTube and Reddit, and I couldn't. But I definitely watched this movie. I watched, I think, maybe 15 horror films in October, and this was one of the new ones, and I loved it. I don't know, it's another one of those movies. Not everyone's gonna like this movie, but if you like film, you're gonna like this movie.
Oh yeah.
You don't even like the horror, but it's just so disturbing.
I was trying to analyze why I liked it so much. And I posted about it, and my friends were like, "Really? It wasn't even that scary." But I think when I first saw it, I was in a really, I don't know. I for some reason I decided to just put myself in the mindset of someone who lived during that time, and if this shit was happening to me, if like my crops were dying and my kid was fucking lost, what would I fucking think was happening? This isn't in the world of iPhones and technology and Google and everything is on YouTube and everyone's saying everything's fake. The only thing I believe in is God and my crops and my family. So if this shit was happening to me, I would be fucking terrified.
Yes.
And I think I just put myself in that mindset, and I was like, dude, holy shit. Those reactions that they have would be the reactions I would have if that was fucking happening.
This is the problem. I mean, I can't speak for today's audiences, but from what I see, I think they just go in expecting jump scares and stuff.
Yep.
And no one ever goes into taking your mind out of your body, out of your timeline, just put it in the character.
And
that's why It Follows works so well.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, It Follows.
My number one movie in 2015.
I asked Ikaika if this came out this year, and he's like, no, it was last year. But fucking It Follows, man. But yeah, The Witch. I just really got into the characters, and I got really into the plot to the point where it was really affecting me, man. I was terrified when I got out of the theater. I was fucking terrified.
Yeah, we can't go too much into it because it'll definitely spoil. It's more go in blind.
Yeah.
But
you don't want to know
there's
shit
nothing
about
bad
this.
about this movie. You have anything else to say?
The music was awesome. The acting was incredible. From the kid, what was the kid's name? I can't remember. The little boy.
I don't remember.
Oh man, that scene. You know what scene I'm talking about? Incredible. You have to watch this film. You have to. Best horror film of this year by far.
I guess we'll continue the horror.
Oh,
I got a couple more, but this one we both saw together.
Oh yes. Oh.
Conjuring 2.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Conjuring 2.
So the first Conjuring, I thought this was gonna be like a jump scare fest and blah blah blah, which it is. James Wan does it right.
Yes.
That's why it works. He knows how to do horror.
Yes, he
it's
does.
not. It's the sound of everything in the background and how
Or
everything
the lack
feels
of
so
sound.
real. Yeah,
Yeah.
the lack of sound as well. It's not like Paranormal Activity, which is boom, boom, boom,
And
boom,
then
boom,
the
boom,
jump
boom.
scare
Yeah.
that gets you, you know.
No, it's things will happen. Things are in the background, which I'm getting chills just thinking about it. You got scared in the bathroom after.
Yeah, dude. I seriously thought someone was in the bathroom with me. It was literally by myself. There was no one in the theater, no one in the bathroom after, and I was washing my hands and I heard a noise. I fucking heard a noise, and to this day I firmly believe that someone was there. But I checked and dude, there was no one, and that terrified me. But let's just talk. James Wan, definitely a good horror director. He's kind of branching out, as you know, directors tend to do. He's kind of selling out, to be honest, in my opinion. Doing Aquaman now. Ugh. He's just into that dumpster fire that DC is. But anyways, we'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that later. But Conjuring 2 I liked simply because not only does it keep the same characters as the Vera Farmiga guy, who I find incredibly attractive, but also Patrick Wilson, very good actor, as the two ghost hunters, as you may. But instead of being in America, they travel to England. And for me, as a huge soccer fan, I'm in love with British culture. So just seeing this film and hearing all the accents and all the street names and people talking about that really helped me get into the movie even more so than maybe the average, theater goer. So in that aspect, the tone that it creates, the the atmosphere that it has, the way that it is able to resemble Britain during that time period.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very good. And James Wan knows what he's doing.
Which I never thought I would say this, but I'm excited for a trilogy of horror films.
Yeah.
We know they're gonna make number 3.
I hope they do.
Which
I will be
the
there.
first one was definitely a surprise.
Yeah.
I don't know. I want to say I like the first one better, but they're both right up there.
No, they're both very good. But yeah, if you had to pick one to be the best, usually the first one is a safe pick. But no, the second one is definitely a very, very good film. And it's probably going to spawn another spin-off, right? The first one spawned off Annabelle.
They're going to do spin-offs that are going to fail but make like $30 million on the Thursday night. What's your next choice?
All right, next choice. Let me look at my list here real quick. Let's talk about Don't Breathe. You watch Don't Breathe?
Yes. Or should I say Gobble Gobble?
Okay, when we're talking about horror films, Don't Breathe for me was really, really good. Really, really good. I thought it was a really cool. Yes. I thought it was a really good premise. You know, this blind guy who has a background in the military, has money because he doesn't trust banks or whatever, and these kids who don't really have a lot get wind that he has his money hiding, so they're like, okay, we're gonna go rob this motherfucker, and all hell ensues, and you find out even more about this character, the blind man. And let me just say, there are some disgusting scenes in that film.
What do you mean by disgusting without spoiling?
Some shit that I wouldn't have thought would happen in a movie like that.
Okay, so I might sound a little insane, but there's this one scene which, if you see the movie, you know what we're talking about.
Yes.
Trip, trip. That's all I'm going to say. Most people were doing because I saw, it was advanced screening, so it was people who got radio show tickets or stuff like that. There was an old Filipino couple sitting in front of me, like in their 70s, watching that movie. Most people were like, oh no, oh. Some people were like, oh, like something's gonna happen. I was trying so hard not to laugh, not because how disgusting, but how fucking brilliant that is. Because when I go into a horror movie, I don't want to see the same shit. I want to see something that will make people
squirm,
either cringe, squirm, something like that. Yeah. And that exactly what it did.
Yeah, that's what it did.
I'm not really fazed by that stuff anymore, but I still feel it, especially when the audience reacts to it. And that was one of my favorite parts of the movie, just because how no one expected that to happen. Yeah. And it did. Yeah. And it got more and more unexpected.
Yeah.
And, oh my god. I don't know, I'm getting excited. Not because it's a fucked up part of the movie, definitely. But a part of me loves just that movie's just good.
Yeah.
There's parts where like meh. But the cinematography in that movie, really underrated. Where it's going through the house, looking at something like, oh, you might see that later. Maybe not. Oh, yeah. Oh. And it tricks the viewer.
Yeah, and I like that because it doesn't make the audience feel dumb. I like when directors make us feel as though we are part of the picture. That we're not going to be ham-fisted the entire plot. That we kind of have to figure it out on our own. And I like that.
You mean stuffed?
Yes. You fucker. Okay, I think we've talked enough about movies we liked. Why don't we talk about movies that we didn't like? You want to start off?
Let me just say a couple more movies, but we won't go into it.
Okay.
Moana. Go see that movie. Go see it. If you love Disney or not, go see the movie. Better than Frozen. Yes. I would say the best musical since the 90s for Disney. Swiss Army Man.
Yeah. Check that
see
out.
it. I'm not going to say what it's about.
Soundtrack's awesome.
It's
Check
bananas.
It yeah, very good. I would also say, 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Yes, that was the next one.
Go watch that.
I think it's better than Don't Breathe for me.
Really?
John Goodman is so fucking good in that movie.
Yes, I will agree with that. John Goodman I wish would get nominated for an Academy Award for that role.
Yeah, he won't. But
He won't.
honestly, I think that might be my favorite role he's done since like Big Lebowski.
Really? I'm trying to think of what other roles he's done.
That are like that good
That
on
memorable. I mean, I just watched a film with him and Denzel Washington called Fallen.
Mm-hmm.
I was telling you about this.
Yeah.
He plays a pretty good role in that. Check it out. But I don't know if it's as good. Yeah, 10 Cloverfield Lane. That was really good.
Zootopia, another good Disney movie.
Yep, very good.
Pixar is going down, and Walt Disney Animation is going right back up
Finding
again.
Dory was pretty good. Finding
not
Dory
what I
was
heard.
pretty good. I liked
Not
it.
what I heard.
I liked it.
The Rival, we talked about that already. You can go listen to the last podcast. Doctor Strange, I really enjoyed it.
I loved it. I saw it on Shrooms, so probably loved it even more because of that.
Okay.
Star
Skip
Trek
anymore?
Beyond? Did you like Star Trek Beyond?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes.
Jungle Book?
It's not on my top, but I really liked it.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's all I have on my top.
Okay, we'll go to bottom.
Okay, you start.
Let's start with the bottom of the bottom.
Okay.
My least favorite movie of the year.
Uh-huh.
And you probably don't even know what it is.
I don't.
I think we saw it together, though.
I'm curious. The Shallows?
Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah. That was I mean, I think I think the reason why I kind of gave that movie a pass, Blake Lively is hot as shit.
I don't care how hot.
She
That
is
movie-
hot as shit.
It offended me as a cinematic lover.
Yep. No.
It's not even a B-list or C-list. It's straight fucking F-list version of
It's
Jaws.
trash. It's trash.
I mean,
It was trash.
Deep Blue Sea is like the Citizen Kane
Yeah.
next to. I love Deep Blue Sea. It's stupid, but this isn't even stupid. It's just.
I'm
bad.
not gonna take this anymore. Yeah, that's and Tom Jane and Deep Blue Sea. I love Tom Jane. But yeah, The Shallows is pretty bad. Pretty bad. My turn. Let me just say, the entire DC universe is straight trash. I'm sorry, Ikaika. Besides Man of Steel, which I loved, Batman v Superman, garbage, including the Ultimate Cut. But Suicide Squad was I have no words for how terrible that movie was. And I went and bought it. I didn't see it in theaters. I went and bought the Blu-ray because I was like, you know what? Maybe it's good. I wanted to like Suicide Squad. The trailers made it seem decent. The characters look cool. Will Smith doing a superhero movie. Hell yeah, I want to see that shit. It was fucking terrible. It's probably the worst movie I've seen all year.
Are you talking about Suicide Squad, the movie, or the album, which is pretty much the same thing?
30-second song clips every fucking minute. Oh, dude, please.
It's
It was
definitely on the
trying
bottom,
way too hard to be Guardians of the Galaxy, Ikaika. Way too
Yes.
fucking hard.
but there are some really good moments in that movie. Good parts.
Give me a good moment.
Spoilers, don't listen right now. When Batman comes to Deathshot and he's gonna arrest him and his
Okay.
daughter,
That
that
was
is the
cool.
most comic book part of any DC movie.
30 seconds. 30
was fucking
seconds of a
amazing.
2-hour film.
And you know why?
Does that
It's
redeem
fucking
it?
Batman.
Does that redeem it, Ikaika?
Did I say that?
30 seconds
I say
of
that?
a 2-hour film.
Hold on, I need to drink my beer.
Drink your beer. I'll take a sip too. Fucking A.
No, it's a bad movie, but there's good parts. Will Smith, I thought, for the most part, is good. Harley Quinn, she's getting her own fucking
Movie
with other people. Everyone else, no. For all the stories we heard about Jared Leto,
Ugh. Spare me with Jared Leto, dude.
I think
The worst fucking Joker.
if we keep the same cast and just switch out definitely the writers.
Which was David Ayer. Which, let me talk. David Ayer is a really good director. For those of you who have seen Fury, End of
Yes.
Watch, this guy's good. I don't think he was the problem. The problem was Warner Brothers and DC.
Yeah. I'm saying like the writers with no influence from any studio.
I will take that.
The movie would be
I
think amazing.
I would even have David Ayer without the fucking DC interfering, because you know what, dude, half that movie felt like someone was just like, dude, we need to add like this song or this fucking song, you know, and we need to have this because this bitch needs to be the villain. No, dude, you know what would have been cool? If they just had the Suicide Squad doing some random ass mission, not trying to save the fucking world mission. All right, you don't need that shit. Have them mesh well. Have them figure each other out in some shite mission in like fucking Latin America, assassinating someone. That would have been cool as shit. But have them try and save the fucking world? No, dude. Way too much for. And
I
dude,
think.
Okay, you know
also
what? The fucking flame guy. I don't even know what his name was.
Diablo.
You're my family now. Oh, are you kidding me? I don't care if I'm spoiling this fucking movie. Okay, you're my family now. You've known these people for one fucking day.
I think he watched too much Fast and Furious.
One fucking day.
Hey, I will say this. The end part of Diablo was pretty fucking cool.
I guess. But we'll never see him again. Spoiler. I don't care.
You don't know that.
He's gone.
Someone else died in the DC universe, and they're fucking coming back.
But that's
I want to say what?
Superman.
Spoilers.
That's Superman, dude.
Okay, let's talk about a little about BVS.
Okay. All right. Which was not nearly as bad as Suicide Squad. I'll give you that.
Let's just say the good parts. Don't even talk about the bad.
Batman.
Yes.
Batman, the best part of Batman vs Superman. I am very glad that they have
Wonder Woman when she's fighting.
She's cool. I did like her music. I liked her music.
That's the best part about the DC universe. I think of every superhero theme in the last 15 years. It's so good.
The fact that we know it, you know.
Yeah. Seeing Batman's theme from BVS.
I have no idea.
Cricket.
Superman's? Do you know Superman's? Hold on, I might know it.
Ba, 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 ba.
Hold on.
It's
It's
what is it
cool.
called?
I
The
listened
song
to it.
is "What Would You Be Doing If You Weren't
You wanna
Saving
save
the World?"
Yeah.
That song's amazing.
It's cool, yeah.
But that's not a theme song. That's
It's
just a
not.
song.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a theme, which you can't say that for. The only character you can say has a theme is AC/DC for Iron Man, and that doesn't count.
Dude, I wanted to like these movies, Ikaika. I want to see a good Batman vs Superman movie. I wanted to see a good one, you know? And when I saw Man of Steel, a lot of people didn't like that movie. I really liked that movie. It was
okay.
cool. It was cool. I liked that movie. But I don't think they used Superman well in Batman vs Superman.
Definitely not.
I thought Lex Luthor was a very terrible.
He's like
it was
the
Mark
Riddler.
Zuckerberg. It was Mark Zuckerberg as a fucking.
My brother was telling me about this. He was saying, "Oh, so we can have a different interpretation of Batman, but we can't have the Lex Luthor." I'm like, that's not a good interpretation of Lex Luthor. It's
terrible,
just different bad.
Yeah, and he's going to be in Justice League. They just announced.
Whatever.
that.
Who cares? Next
At least he's bald now, right?
Okay.
Go ahead.
You're on your phone?
Yeah, I'm looking at
Who are you gonna call? Not the Ghostbusters.
Oh, dude, that was what I was going to fucking say. All right, let's talk about that shitty ass movie.
Okay, first of all, it's not as bad as what we thought it was gonna be, or at least it's not as bad as what YouTube comment section thought it was gonna be. It's the most disliked movie trailer of all time. Obviously, they didn't watch Fantastic Four.
I think the problem with that, Ikaika, and sorry, some juice just went down the wrong pipe.
You talking about Don't Breathe?
Yeah, no. Okay. The problem with Ghostbusters is that they tried to make a fucking sequel. I'm sorry. You shouldn't have fucking remade, rebooted.
30 years ago.
You shouldn't have, dude, you should have just let it be. It's just, I felt as though, like, Ghostbusters, if you're not going to get the original cast, it's just a movie you need to just let go, you know? And that's how I feel about things like Back to the Future. You know, you do not fucking touch that movie.
We know they are, but I'm going to cry.
Don't fucking touch that goddamn movie.
As long as Zemeckis is alive, it's not happening.
Yeah, I know, but he's going to die, just like every other.
That's not until later in the podcast. We talk about
okay.
Back to the bad movies.
Ghostbusters. It was just not. I mean, it was okay, but for a Ghostbusters film, that's not gonna cut it.
No.
If you want to make a new franchise, it has to be very good, and it was not good. It was just okay.
There were parts that were good. Like, I thought for how dumb it was, Chris Hemsworth.
He was a good part. I will give you that.
Until he started doing the dance thing that got cut from the movie because there's way too many dance parts in that fucking movie.
And I did like, what's that girl's name from SNL?
Kristen Wiig?
No, she's not there.
Leslie Jones.
No, not Leslie Jones. The other one.
Oh,
I can't remember her name, but you know,
Kate McKinnon.
Yes, I really liked her.
I really hope she doesn't get the SNL curse and she goes on to bigger, greater things after SNL.
She's a very good actress, very good comedy.
She's
actress.
definitely a hit or miss for people. You're either gonna love her or you're gonna hate her.
I really liked her.
I enjoyed her. That's not the Kate McKinnon that I know and love, but she wasn't bad. She's definitely more charismatic than. Oh, I'm gonna talk about wontons, and I'm gonna be the.
What's that bitch's name?
Let's not talk about bitches.
Okay,
let's talk about Ghostbusters.
What's that chick's name? What's that Ghostbusters
Melissa
name?
McCarthy, who I can't stand.
I do not like Melissa McCarthy. I'm sorry. I feel as though she's like the main, like the general audience, like what the general audience wants to see, like the slapstick fat woman that she's doing comedy. But I do not feel as though for cinema lovers like you and I, that she will be very loved. Perhaps the best movie she's done was Bridesmaids, and that's because that was the first movie I'd ever seen her in, you know. And she was just kind of like off the wall.
First thing I saw her in was Gilmore Girls, and I fucking hate that.
Oh,
show.
I don't watch trash television. Ikaika, you should already know that.
I was forced to.
Oh yes,
I was
by a girl.
But anyways, yeah, she's not just because of the weight. But
yeah, it's not a bad thing.
No, I'm just saying, not because of the weight why I'm saying this. It's her type of comedy. She's the Kevin James. She's the female Kevin James. Yep. She's the female Chris Farley. And let's all be real. She's trying to be the Chris Farley.
No one's going to be Chris Farley. Everyone's trying to say that there's going to be a new Chris Farley. But I
don't know who the fuck's telling you that, but that ain't going to happen.
It's never going to happen, man. Chris Farley was a one of a kind, dude.
But we're not going to shit on this movie enough. YouTube's and the internet has done that.
Yeah, they've done that.
But it's...
What's another movie? I couldn't think of any other movies that I did not like this year besides any DC movie, Ghostbusters, Shallows.
I guess we can go with mixed bag or disappointing.
Okay.
Not besides what we hated, but I'm just gonna go. Or this is gonna be disappointing / overhyped. My number one overhyped movie of the year. You can say I'm crazy.
Okay.
You might agree with me. Deadpool is fucking overhyped. You know why? It's like Sausage Party. It's good the first time. You're never going to rewatch it again and enjoy it as much as you did the first time.
I'll tell you what, yeah, I have Deadpool on Blu-ray. So I've been able to watch it a couple times and I've never been able to like fully sit through the entire thing. I watch bits and pieces, but it's just I feel like that whole initial like, wow, they're actually doing a superhero movie with people cussing and like, wow, like just dirty jokes. But I feel like the jokes were a little more juvenile on the juvenile side, you know, and they kind of run thin. I get what Ryan Reynolds was doing, and I appreciate what he did. He was very passionate about it, and he was able to bring it to the screen. But the limited budget hurt this film quite a bit. And yeah, it got a lot of fucking money.
Oh yeah, that's why they're making Deadpool 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
It got a lot of fucking money, you know. But the only good thing that I can say that came out of that movie is I think that Fox now sees that they can do an R-rated superhero movie, which is why I think Logan is. If it was like really like pushed, even though Hugh Jackman really pushed to make it R-rated as well. I think Logan is going to be very good. But yeah, I do agree with you that Deadpool was pretty overhyped.
Definitely. I'm overhyped it. I think just because I had so much fun the first time.
Yeah.
But I watched it again. I was just like, Come on, really? Do you have any other disappointments?
I mean, I'll say one that people thought was pretty disappointing, but I enjoyed myself was X-Men Apocalypse.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah, I had a really good time with X-Men Apocalypse, and I think the reason why I had a good time with X-Men Apocalypse because I didn't really view it as someone who was just analyzing it for its really bad points.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of was just engrossed in the fact that it really felt like an old X-Men cartoon. To me, it felt like an X-Men cartoon, and I was just like, yeah, enjoying all the crazy shit that was going on, and it was nice to see all the fucking mutants use their powers the way that I really wanted them to.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen Magneto do shit like that. That was cool as shit. I do think that Apocalypse was a little underdeveloped, but which is a shame because I love Oscar Isaac, probably one of my favorite actors.
Who doesn't?
But yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it, but I can see why people didn't.
Did you see the deleted scene where they're at the mall?
No, I did not.
Oh my god! If that type of humor and like fun was in the movie, like they go,
Is that where they go see Star Wars?
Star Wars is part of it, but it's like a 5-minute montage of them in the mall and doing all the teenagers when they sneak out. Oh my god!
Yeah, they kind of allude to that, but they don't really. I should watch that.
It's almost as fun as like, definitely not on the same level, but reminded me of Bill and Ted when they all go to the mall and do their get arrested. It's fun, but I don't know. It was just disappointing. It's not the worst movie of the year, but it's definitely not a Blu-ray movie that I'll buy.
I haven't.
Yeah, but you have money. You can buy whatever you want. Yeah,
Well,
Blu-rays, and then you buy everything on your Apple TV too.
Yeah, you're right.
But
let me just say, digital is very convenient. You don't have to put a disc. I'm a purist with discs. I have over 300 Blu-rays, but having it just chilling on my Apple TV whenever I want, it's pretty damn convenient.
Or do you have any more disappointing, or should we go on to the sad part of this?
Do you have any disappointing?
That was really it.
Yeah, right.
I have Neighbors 2 towards the bottom of my list, but it's not that bad. And what do you expect? It's gonna be like amazing? No, we all knew it was just gonna be okay.
Like some shite comedy. I think before we go to this next section, we should talk about movies that we're really excited for next year. What are you excited for, Ikaika?
Let me just pull up because I know I'm gonna miss a bunch. Episode 8. That's number 1.
Oh yeah. Dude, by this time last year, no, 2 years ago, we had already seen a trailer for Force Awakens. We haven't seen shit for episode 8.
I think Super Bowl.
In February? We gotta wait another month.
I'm not sure. Wait, let's see. Keep talking about Star Wars.
Yeah, I mean, and that'll segue to the last section. It's Carrie Fisher's last film. She was done filming. We know that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good. We don't know if her character survives this film, so that'll be a bummer if we don't, if she survives and we can't see her in episode 9. But Force Awakens, the sequel, we don't even know what it's titled yet. I would love for Lucasfilm to announce, like, this is what episode is going to be titled,
The
Just
Search for Rey's Parents.
Oh, please. No. Or like fucking First Order Returns. I don't know. What is it? Rises. What is it going to be,
But yeah, that movie definitely. What I was trying to look up was to see if it was on ABC this year. Because if it was ABC, we would definitely get it Super Bowl. But I think it's NBC or Fox. It just says NBC Fox. So,
for Super Bowl?
Yeah. We'll go really quick with these. Justice League, even though it's DC.
Yeah, I'll watch it.
I want to see for more Batman, more Batflick. Whoop whoop.
Mm-hmm.
I'm praying it's good.
Alien
I
Killer?
hope it's good. No, I think it's gonna be meh. The Mummy. I want it to be good.
Okay.
Because this is launching the Universal Monster Cinematic Universe.
Which, I watched Dracula Untold, and I liked it. And now I know they're retconning that. They're not even going to include that in this next, which sucks, because I do like, what's his face? I don't even know his name. He's a good actor.
The guy who's playing Gaston.
Yes.
Whatever his name is.
Luke Evans
Yes.
is his name. My most anticipated movie of next year is Blade Runner 2049. Blade fucking Runner. They are making a sequel to Blade Runner. One of my favorite sci-fi movies of all time.
That's why I'm scared.
Blade Runner with Harrison Ford. And Villeneuve is directing, which if you haven't seen The Arrival this year, ugh.
It could be a Mad Max Fury Road, or it could be a Ghostbusters. Wait and see.
No. This is going to be an excellent film noir. Mark my words, Ikaika.
Okay, I'll mark them.
Mark my fucking words.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
You know what? I'm more excited for the soundtrack than I am for the actual movie.
But the movie's gonna be good.
I hope so. James Gunn.
Skull Island. I hope Skull Island is good. I think it's gonna be an okay.
I think the last trailer gave it a really different tone that I'm a little excited about, so that'll be cool.
Logan, we talked about it.
Yes.
Who knows? Spider-Man Homecoming. The trailer was meh. I hope it's good.
I don't know. And the reason is that although I do love Spider-Man and he is my favorite superhero, I think audiences are a little jaded, especially when it comes to this. And if I have to see one more fucking origin story.
They said they're not doing origin.
They're still going to flash back. They're going to talk about fucking Uncle Ben or something.
Yeah, but who cares? It's not going to be another hour and a half of it.
I hope so.
I'm pretty sure they know that we're tired of it.
You know what? You know what's funny though?
If they do a BVS with Batman, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's all we need.
I also like that Birdman is going to be the Vulture in this movie. If you haven't seen Birdman, which is Michael Keaton, he plays a character who kind of hates that he played a character that was in a comic book, and now he's going to actually be in a comic book
Best
movie.
of 2014.
Oh, Birdman for you?
Favorite movie 2014.
That was Whiplash, but Birdman was pretty good. I'm excited. I know you didn't like the Vulture helmet, but
It's growing on me
I'm
a little
excited. I'm excited.
bit. I'm just whatever. I need to see another trailer. John Wick Chapter 2.
I love the first
February, right?
Oh shit! Really?
I think so. Might be the Deadpool
I hope.
of making a buttload of money because no
John-
one saw the first one until it came
John
out.
Wick was awesome,
Yes.
and Keanu Reeves was awesome, and to see Keanu Reeves square up against Lawrence Fishburne, Neo against Morpheus, I'm in. I don't care what movie it is, I am in.
War of the Planet of the Apes.
Oh, I'm in. I love those films.
The
second one was
Did you hear what
amazing.
they said about the young girl?
What?
You know the young girl that's like prisoner?
What they're tracing it back to the old movies?
Yeah, she's the prisoner from the first one.
Okay. Matt Reeves, he's good.
Kingsman 2.
I love the first one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited. Taron Egerton, he's gonna be a really good actor, I think.
What else we got? Fate and the Furious.
I mean, I'll watch him. I'm a big.
I'll tell you
fan.
what's happening right now.
He's a double agent or some shit, right?
Charlize Theron is blackmailing him into going rogue against his team and using Paul Walker as the token. If you don't do what I'm going to say, I'm going to kill Paul Walker. It's the movie right there.
So he's gonna be used in this next movie, you think?
Well, there's rumors that like somehow he'd be used in it, but that makes the only sense.
That would be stupid, in my opinion.
And that, do you expect anything else but stupid besides from the Fast and Furious?
I mean, they've made enough money.
Let's see what else. I'm going through these really
Hold on.
fast.
Dunkirk.
That trailer didn't really impress me.
Are you kidding me?
The second one that came out? No.
You did not like Dunkirk? Okay. Now, I haven't seen it yet. But they just released a 5-minute prologue
I don't want to watch it.
of Dunkirk in front of Rogue One at IMAX theaters, select IMAX theaters. And I have a few friends who saw it who said it was really fucking intense. And if you know anything about Christopher Nolan, you know that Christopher Nolan is a very fuck you. He's a purist when it comes to filmmaking. He rejects any of these digital techniques that a lot of new filmmakers are using, and he uses only film. And he uses, more specifically, IMAX film very, very well. He attached an IMAX camera to an old World War II plane with Tom Hardy.
You said World War.
World War II.
Just learning words there, buddy.
Plane with Tom Hardy as your pilot.
Is he going to be playing Brain?
The Fire Roses. We're in. I'm fucking in. I'm there day one. Dunkirk. Anything Christopher Nolan puts out. If he fucking makes a movie about people shitting their pants every day, I will watch it.
I watch it too. Will it be in IMAX though?
Of course.
Okay, I'll watch it.
Of course. And I will be in San Francisco watching that film.
I know we're missing some other movies, but we spent enough time on it.
Yeah.
We'll talk. Maybe we'll have a 2017 episode later.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Sounds good.
Let's go on to the sad part.
And what are we going to talk about, Ikaika?
Our memorial service of all the people that passed away in Hollywood of 2016.
And this is where we play the bagpipe music, which when I die, I want bagpipes playing in the background.
What do you want? What do you want them to be playing? La La Land?
If you want.
Okay.
Yeah. Fucker.
What? I'm asking.
Okay. All right.
Let's just talk about the most recent.
Carrie Fisher. Miss Cokehead.
All right. Let's be respectable as we talked about these people who have passed away.
I'm sorry, dude. I love Carrie Fisher like the next person, but she was a drug addict. Major drug addict. And she lived a good amount of years.
Yeah.
For the life that she lived, she was great. She did great. And she had a late career resurgence. She was able to be in Force Awakens. She's going to be in Episode 8. She made a fuck ton of money. She was loved by many people. She lived a good life.
I just wouldn't open it with Cokehead. That's all. But you made it nice. Yes. That. I think when we saw the news of the heart attack, that was in everyone's mind. On Friday, she was on an airplane and she got taken. She had a heart attack. That was everyone's mind. They're like, 2016, you better not do this.
Yeah.
You better not. 3 days later.
Dead.
I guess I'll talk about maybe my most surprising.
Yeah.
Not surprising, but most.
The one that hurt
maybe
you the most?
Yes. Alan Rickman for me.
That was tough.
That. Especially, I rewatched Die Hard on Christmas Eve. Because, let's be real, that's the best Christmas movie. Like, so Night Before Christmas, that's, at least for me, it's my favorite Christmas movie. And that might be Alan Rickman's best role.
Yeah.
Everyone was shocked by that.
It was his first role, too.
It just sucks. And people know him as Snape as well, and if you haven't seen Galaxy Quest, go see that movie.
Yeah, very good.
It's so good. Who do you want to talk about?
We're gonna we said we'd talk about music and movies, and for me, the one person that really hit me the most was David Bowie.
Yeah, that was a big one for a lot of people too.
David Bowie was very influential in my life in terms of like my musical journey. And how I discovered what music I liked and all that, And I had always known of David Bowie because of movies that I had seen. For one, I think the first time I ever heard of David Bowie was in The Wedding Singer. There's a scene where they specifically talk about how David Bowie's going to play in their city. And they're like, I love David Bowie. And they start singing a song called China Girl. That was my first thing. And then I had seen him in Zoolander as the judge of the dance-off with Billy Zane in the background. But I think his role in The Prestige as
I don't even remember him in that movie.
Nikolai Tesla
That's right.
Brilliant casting. He did it very well. But his music, for me, I listen to it constantly, and it affected me so much, man. I just could not. I was telling my students about it. I dedicated a whole day when they were doing their work. I was just playing David Bowie for them, and it was really weird because he had just released his new album a few days prior.
And if you've seen the music video, it's about him on his deathbed.
Yeah.
Which makes it extra heartbreaking.
He knew he was going to die.
Yeah.
And he still released this record. And he influenced many, many people that try to be like him.
Mm-hmm.
Lady Gaga, Madonna, all these people that try to be out there with their the way that they look, with the makeup they put on, with the clothes that they wear. David Bowie did it before everyone else. And if it wasn't for this guy,
what movie didn't even talk about? Labyrinth.
Yeah,
it's a crazy movie.
Yeah,
but he's awesome in it.
He's very good in it.
He's David Bowie in it.
David fucking Bowie, man, and he leaves a legacy not only in his music but his son, Duncan Jones, who's a very good filmmaker, who had a misstep in my opinion with Warcraft, which we didn't speak about.
I didn't see.
But if you have seen Moon, if you have seen Source Code, he's a very good filmmaker, and he'll be fine in whatever he does. It just sucks that like we had to lose someone like David Bowie.
Yeah. Also, I think you talked about artists that he's influenced, but one that I really think, one song that I think was a really not heartbreaking, but made you feel happy celebrating him, was "Shiny" from Moana. That's the hit or miss song for a lot of people. A lot of people hate it, but those same people, most of them don't really like David Bowie. Not that like they hate him, they just either don't listen to him. Especially, but if you know the fact that when they wrote the song, Lin-Manuel Miranda wrote it as a tribute for David Bowie.
Oh, really?
And you can hear it when you re-listen to it.
That's cool.
That's why a lot of David Bowie fans love that song. If you didn't know that, when you go back and listen to it,
I haven't even seen.
You'll get. Oh my god!
I know.
You need to watch that. But anyways, Ziggy Stardust.
Rest in peace, man.
Another one that hurt. Gene Wilder.
That one was tough. I mean, I grew up with Willy Wonka.
Willy Wonka, Young Frankenstein.
Blazing Saddles.
Blazing Saddles. That might be. I think it's my favorite of him. Yeah. That's just a great movie. It's just everything. He's so nuts, but it worked.
Very good. Man, I don't know if there's anything else we could say about Gene Wilder.
I'm not even gonna say because I feel like it won't even do it justice.
Incredible actor. Incredible.
We won't go into all of them, but I know there's one more. Or at least, if you don't say it, I'll say it after.
Say it.
Anton Yelchin.
Well, yeah, that one. I think that one was tough simply because of how young he was and the manner in which he died.
Yeah.
It was nothing that he was sick. It was just a freak accident.
Like, he is... I think he just hasn't... He was just coming out of that Star Trek bubble. Which, like, for most actors, there's that one movie that throws them in the limelight, in the spotlight, but they'll stay in that for a couple of years, and then they'll finally get noticed.
Yeah.
Kind of like Chris Pratt with, like, he was in Parks and Rec for a while, and then finally he's boom. I say, if Yelchin didn't pass away, within 5 years, he would be in bigger movies. He might get nominated for stuff.
I agree. He was a good actor.
Even in, was it Fright Night, the remake? The movie was
meh.
But he was okay in it. Like, he played that high schooler. I don't know, he just plays, he's always usually the good guy. And his character in Star Trek is, I don't know, when the new Star It's not going to be the same. There's no way of replacing him. You just have to write him out of the script.
Yep.
But that one, I feel like a lot of people forget that just because he's only been around for like 7-8 years in Hollywood, at least from the first Star Trek. Was that 2009?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Poor guy.
Do you have any other ones?
Let me look real quick.
I like how we're ending with like the saddest parts.
Really sad parts. Yeah, I mean, in terms of music or like music, we could talk about Prince.
Yeah.
You know,
Of course.
Prince was a huge one too. Tough. But just little bit actors died too. Abe Vigoda, if you haven't seen The Godfather. Tony Burton, Apollo Creed's trainer in the Rocky series. Gary Shandling, very good comedian. Yeah, it was just a tough year. Tough year. And I know we say it all a lot, but 2016 was really rough.
I think even without all these deaths, this year has been shite. It's been shit.
It has.
But with all this stuff, it's just...
I mean, I can't think in my life of a worse year. Can you, Ikaika?
Of everything?
Just everything all rolled into one.
Yeah. This was not... This year sucked. There were some good movies, but this year sucked. But 2017, besides a few things that we're not going to go into because this is a movie podcast.
Not politics.
You don't have to say. We already know.
Yeah.
I think 2017 is going to be our 2007 for film, for blockbusters.
That was the year The Dark Knight came out.
You got Dark Knight. You got... I don't even remember what else. I remember 2007 sticks in my head. Let me just look.
I mean, I hope you're right, dude. I honestly do, because I've read plenty of articles saying that Hollywood is dying, and what we're going to be seeing is just a bunch of fucking blockbuster films. And I love blockbuster films, but I also love the little films.
And the thing about the little films are, we don't know until right before they come out, or when it comes to Oscar season. But look, 2007, we got No Country for Old Men, There Will Be Blood,
Oof.
Zodiac, Superbad,
Oh.
Ratatouille, Juno,
I wish I can go back and see Zodiac.
Into the
in theaters.
Wild, Sweeney Todd, which you haven't seen, 28 Weeks Later, which is okay,
Man, yeah.
Death Proof,
Death Proof came out in 07.
Hot Fuzz.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, the
Dude.
Transformers started.
Dude, fuck me.
Spider-Man 3. Woo woo!
I don't like that movie.
Just let it happen. Just let it happen. I Am Legend, which it's not the best movie, but I mean, Across the Universe.
No, that's a good year.
It's a decent movie.
It's a good year.
Stardust, I haven't seen, but people love that movie.
Matthew
Live
Vaughn.
Free or Die Hard. Oh my god. But then you got shit movies in there too. But I feel like 2017 is. I feel like when there's more big blockbusters, there's more smaller movies that are coming out as well. And even though we ended kind of shitty, we still have all next year to look forward to. We have another Star Wars. We saw Rogue One. We know it could be good. We have a Star Wars movie for every year. I'm just going to end it with that.
Yeah.
Star Wars. 2016, fuck you. 2017, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I'm Ikaika.
And I'm Sam the teacher.
We'll see you next year.